Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome on this Saturday evening. How is everyone doing? Let me go back to the top here. Hello, Crafty Granny, my friend Carol. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hope you are doing great. Hope your sister is doing great. Hey, Cecilia Mack, welcome in, baby. Paper Pencils Play. Welcome in, sweetheart. Love your concepts. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, Charlie Shop said H2O, Miss Classy in chat. Hello, Charlie. How are you, baby? Alicia, hello, baby. And thank y'all for the hearts. Creative Living said, hey, still classy. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, KOK. How are you, sweetheart? Well, I know how you are, but praying you feel better soon, baby. Y'all keep KOK in your prayers. She's under the weather, too. Um, Rochelle says, hello, Miss Still Class and everyone. Hope you all are having a wonderful and blessed Saturday. I'm ready to be amazed. You are you? No pressure, no pressure. Welcome in, baby, and thank you for the hearts. Nicole, hello, baby. Welcome in and thank you for the hearts. Hello, Pooh Bear. How are you, sweetheart? She said, hey, Mama, just finished getting KK's nails done. Heading back out, but I'm listening. I can't stay out the stores when my baby's birthday is Thursday. I get that, darling. I get that. And happy early birthday to her. Be careful out there, though, darling. Where did you go? Gosh darn it. Can't believe that's already starting already. Hey, Donuts Craft Shop, how are you doing, baby? Dyrus, hello, and welcome in. Ebony Rose says, good evening, Still Class and everyone. Hello, baby, thank you for the hearts. Alicia said, OMG, so beautiful. Ain't he cute, Alicia? He's so cute. Andrea said, hello, Still Classy. Hey, baby, welcome in. Auntie's Gift Baskets and More said, hello, everyone. Hello, darling. Crystal Hall says, hello, Still Classy. Hey, baby, welcome in. Ethel said, hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 right back, Ethel. Welcome. Hello, my beautiful crafty Leo. How are you, darling? Welcome in, baby. KOK said, that little plush is cute. Ain't he, KOK? He's so darn cute. I get some plushies here, y'all, that I don't even want to let go. They are just so darn cute. And it just seems like he just follows me around the room wherever I go looking. Like, are you really getting rid of me? I watch too many Toy Stories. Let me see. Rhonda said, hello, Still Classy and Basket Makers. Hey, baby, welcome in. Did I say Estella? Hello, hello, if I didn't. Chantel said, hello, right back. Hey, Hope, how you doing, baby? Welcome in. Unique Expressions. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, baby. Thank you for the hearts and welcome. Lady True, hello, Still Classy. Hey, baby, welcome. Andrea says, I love the beautiful concept. Thank you, baby. That's in one of them real narrow little skinny boxes, too. But I love that box. KOK said, hey, crafting. Hope says, praying for, yes, definitely pray for KOK. Oh, dash, blame it. Done. Let me go back down. All right, I'm seeing Hope again. Auntie's Gifts and Baskets is, praying. That's right. KB said, still classy. Hey, hey, baby. Hey, Michelle, welcome in. Dang, how do my notifications come late? Baby, we just started. Just started. Hey, never in a million. She said, hey, classy and everyone. Feel better, KOK? Yes. I'm never a million. Aren't you so proud of me staying out these stores? I mean, it's tempting. It is, y'all. It's tempting. Woo, especially today with that 10 off 25. Oh, that was hard. But I'm doing good, y'all. All I have to do is look around this house and realize, don't you even think about going in a store. All occasions said, hey, still classy. Hey, baby. Keisha said, hey, classy in chat. Joan said, hey, everybody. Hey, Joan. Hey, Keisha. Lisa said, hey, still classy. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome in. Crafty said, hey, Mama T. Let me go up. Brenda said, hello, still classy. Hey, Brenda, thank you for the hearts. Devlin Diggins said, hello, everyone. Hello, baby. Welcome. KOK said, thanks, never in a million. Kay said, hey, Classy. Hey, Kay. Welcome in, baby. Thank you for the hearts. Chantel says, prayers going up for everyone. Absolutely. For everyone in need of prayer. Sandra said, good evening, Still Classy in chat. Good evening, baby. Welcome. Tandra said, hey, Still Classy and everyone. Hey, baby. Welcome. Latrinka, hey, Miss Latrinka. Happy belated birthday, baby. I hope you enjoyed your day. She says, hey, Still Classy in chat, listening and designing. I know. I bet almost everyone is. Sherika said, hey, Still Classy. Hey, baby. Welcome. Cynthia said, hello, Still Classy and everyone. Hey, Cynthia. Sherelle said, hello. Hello, baby. Yvonne said, hello, Still Classy and everyone. Hey, baby. Thank you for the hearts. S. Marie said, hey, Still Classy. Hey, darling. Welcome in. Giovanna said, good evening, everyone. Glad I caught the live. I am glad you caught it as well. Welcome, welcome. Angela said, hey, Classy. Hey, Angela. Peggy said, hey, Still Classy and everyone. Hey, baby doll. Thanks for the hearts. Izola says, hello, everyone. Hello, baby. Welcome. Cheryl said, hello, everyone. Hello, right back. Teresa said, hello, everyone. Beautiful concept as always. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Pooh said her nails are fire. Made me jealous, but I won't break a nail at my job. Somebody will have to pay to get them redone. Love you, mama. Love you back, baby. I know her nails are gorgeous. She's such a pretty girl. Pooh said, his eyes are finally straight. They did him right. Right, Pooh Bear? He ain't nothing wrong with that one. Let me see. And now I got some down there that there are some. Woo, Lord, they going in kids' gifts. Anita said, good evening, Still Classy. Good evening, baby doll. Thank you for the hearts. Where did you go that quick? Where did you go? Where did you go? Y'all make sure as y'all pop in that y'all hit that like button for me, please, and thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Ivory Kisses says, Lisa Twin, Hope, Trinka, S. Marie, the whole gang is here. Hey, everybody. Absolutely. I love having everybody in. Makes me feel special. Baskets by Keish said, happy Saturday, everyone. Right back at you, baby. Lisa said, hey, Michelle. If I could just see a little better in here. My eyes are getting blurry trying to read all these messages. Latanya said, good evening, baby. Mama Showers, hello, Still Classy and Basket Makers. Hey, Mama Showers, how are you, baby doll? Mama, I know you get tired of hearing my voice. You don't even get to talk to Kimberly because every time you're around her, I'm on the phone with her. I hung up today. I said, let me hang up, Kimberly, so you can talk to your mama. Bless her heart. I'm sorry. I hog all of her time. Hope said, this concept is so cute. Thank you, Hope. KOK said, hey, Mama Showers. S. Marie is waving. Crystal says, prayers for you, KOK. Feel better. Latrinka said, Ivory, kisses to you. KOK said, thank you, Crystal. Basket and Bargains, hey, baby. Welcome in. S. Blooms, hello and welcome. Kim K, welcome, welcome. Never in a Million said, I am so proud of you staying out of the store. I was up in the stores, but honestly, it wasn't that great. LOL, you didn't miss much. Well, some of the people that were sending me stuff, I sure was missing some stuff, but it's okay. I don't have any room to put it. So, like I said, I had to look around a couple of times around and just say, look, look, look. You don't need nothing. You have nowhere to put it. You can't walk in your garage. You can't walk in your shed. You're tripping on stuff in your room. Leave it at the store. Hey, Rachel, welcome in, baby. She said, hey, everyone. S. Marie said, 113 watching with only 39 likes. What? Come on, y'all. I know y'all can do better than that now. Come on. Y'all please hit the like button. It don't take but a second. If you're on your mobile, all you have to do is double tap your screen. I don't know if that works on your laptop. But I know on your phone, if you just reach up and double tap your screen, it'll hit the like button for you. But anyway, y'all know what I'd appreciate it if you did. Charlie said prayers for all. Thank you for that, Charlie. Hey, Queen, how are you, baby doll? Welcome, welcome. Alicia said, went to Little Rock to Hobby Lobby, needed only 3 items and came right back home. The items needed I couldn't find in my town. Oh, shucks. Michelle said over 100 watching. Thumbs up should match. Yes, y'all. Come on now. Latoya said, hey, Miss Classy. Thanks, Michelle. Hey, baby doll. Welcome in. Carol said, Classy is so classy and a Hollywood star. It shines through her gifts designs. Thank you, baby. Y'all are so sweet. Um, Tiny Love said, hey, baby. That's just dandy designs. Hey, still classy. Hey, chat. Hey, baby. Welcome in. Charlie said, happy belated birthday, Latrinka. Team Capricorn. Olympia Gaines said, hello, still classy in chat. Watching while working on my gifts. All right. I wouldn't expect any less. Everybody needs to be working. Hey, Robbie. How you doing, baby? Hey, Miss Classy. I gave a thumbs up. This is an adorable bear gift. Thank you, baby. Trinka said, thank you. Feeling much better. Just finished flu meds. Oh, God. You were sick too, Trinka. Oh, no. That's another reason I'm staying out these stores. Not just because of my inventory, although that is a very big reason, but it's helping me stay out knowing all these cooties are out there. Let me see. Constance said, hey, classy. Hey, baby. Just Gifted said, hello. Hey, Sonia. Welcome in, baby. Tabitha said, hello. Still classy. Hey, darling. And thank you for the hearts. I know you were right up there. Where did you go that quick? Oh, okay, there you are. Denise said, hey, still classy. Hey, baby, welcome. That's just dandy. Said, pressing that like. Yes, thank you. Embellished Designs by Belle said, hey, everybody. Hey, Belle, welcome. S. Maria saying, thumbs up, please. There's my bestie, Kimberly Showers. Hey, classy. Welcome, baby doll. Well, I got two besties. Shant better be in here too. That's my bestie too now. I can't leave my Shant out, that's for sure. Um Let me see. Michelle said that concept has Kay's Deacon Bear in it. He's praying for us all. Monique said, hey, still classy and everyone. Hey, Monique, welcome in. Hello, Queen and everyone. Hello. Pooh said, thank you, Mama. That will always be my cutie pie. I know she will. You've got beautiful children, Pooh Bear. Our Coop says, red and black hearts. Thank you, baby. Welcome. Angela said, hey, still classy and friends. Hello, baby, and welcome in. Velvet, Velvet Rose Gifts. Hello, all. Hello, baby. T3s. Hello, still class. I know I'm not saying that right, but welcome in, baby. Crafty Leo said, hey, twin. Ivory kisses. Robbie said, happy Saturday, Miss Classy in chat. Happy Saturday back at you. Dazzling Event said, hey, everybody. Hey, baby. Giovanna said, it stopped snowing here in Michigan. It's 80 degrees here, Giovanna. I don't want it to be 80 degrees already. My God. I don't want a bunch of snow, but I would like for it to be cooler temperatures. I just am not ready for 80-degree weather again already. We didn't have no winter. Mama Shower said, hey, KOK. Anita said, I'm here trying to wrap some boxes as I listen. There you go. Glennis said, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Leola, hello, baby. Glennis says, beautiful concept. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. We're okay. Young Vern said, beautiful. Thank you, baby. There's my other bestie. Hey, Shant, the queen facing. Welcome in, sweetheart, and thank you for the hearts. Shant, did you tell your grandbaby how much we were fussing over her stuff? Well, both of your grandbabies. But Charmaine and them bows, oh my God. And her concept, both of their concepts, just gorgeous. And I am not joking. If you're in with Sean and you can hear us, I know you put one video out, but that video you put out was not like the bows you had on them gifts today. You need to put a tutorial out on them bows like you did that your grandmama showed today. Gorgeous. Pooh said, Mama Sean. Expressions of Grace. Hello, baby doll. Welcome in. Hey, still classing everyone. Hello. Aretha said, hello, everyone. Hey, Aretha. Monique said, hey, Sean. KOK retracted. Sean said, hey, my Pooh. Sophia said, cute concept. Thank you, baby. KOK said, hey, Sean, sweetie. Pooh's giving kisses to Sean. Chantel said, yes, Lord, my account was hacked, but it was a blessing in disguise. My check didn't hit account today, and I couldn't go buy anything, right? Well, I'm glad you see the bright side of that. Good gracious. So as long as you're not out any money, that worked out. Monique said, hey, KOK. Sean said, my sweetheart sis, KOK in the house. Yes. She's under the weather, Sean, so keep her in your prayers. Alicia said, Latrinka, how's G Money? Rosie said, Happy New Year, Classy and everyone. Thank you, baby. Right back at you. KOK is sending love to Monique. Hey, Lafa Shy, how are you, baby doll? Welcome, welcome. She said, hey, y'all. And now you're gone that quick. Oh, God, darn it. I don't understand why it does this. I just don't. I don't understand. Oh, jeez. I don't know how far I was. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. So I'm gonna okay. I see Life is Shaw saying hey to Trinka. Rachel said in the bushes, finishing up my lollipop gifts. All right, sweetheart. Giovanna said hello, Crystal. Pooh said one time in 2025 did I get sick. Thank you, God. I'm asking for protection. Residents at my job still getting COVID. I know, baby. I know it's still out there. Walking pneumonia, the flus, super flu, all kind of stuff. Sean said, I'm coming to steal some of your boxes. I got enough of them, Sean. Chantel said, but I just received my last Bath and Body Works order. Always use them through the year. Pooh said she's in the building. Both my mamas. All right now. Trinka said, thank you, Charlie. Miss Sally said, good evening, still classing everyone. And Chantel said she just received her last bathroom. Well, honey, that means you are putting them together. Sally said, good evening, still classy. Good evening, baby. Monique said, hey, Pooh. Pooh said, thank you, Mama. Again, those my heartbeats. Getting Ladybug's nails done next. Aw, she's such a sweetie. Brenda said, hey, everybody. Hey, Brenda, welcome in. Flossie is saying, hey. To Sean, I'm sure, with all them purple hearts. Pooh said, hey, Monique. Brenda said, hey, Monique. Dawn said, hello, everyone, from Dawn, also known as the Negligence Gifts Creations. Be more in the house. Hello and welcome, baby. S. Marie said, happy birthday, Trinka. Brenda said, hi, S. Marie. Creative Design said, hey, still classy and wonderful basket makers. I was working on baskets all day, so now it's time to relax and watch the artist better known as Still Classy work. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, T3 is right. LOL, designs wasn't available. Okay, T3. All right, baby. Welcome, welcome. Brenda said, hey, Chris. S. Marie said, hey, Miss Brenda. Monique said, hey. Brenda said, hey. LA Gift Solutions said, hello, Classy and friends from Fergus, Ontario, Canada. I love this channel, and I've been looking forward to tonight's live. Thank you, sweetheart. That makes me feel wonderful that people look forward to coming on here with me on Saturday. I appreciate y'all all just as much. Like the Shy said, it's 48 in Texas. See, I can handle 48, Shy. But 80? Good gravy. Brenda said, hey, Crafty Leo. I should not be having to turn my air on in, what are we in, January? I should not. 78 degrees here in Florida. I know, S. Marie. Well, it's supposed to be that in Florida. It ain't supposed to be that here. Michelle said, hello, still classing everyone. Hey, baby. Charlie said it's 75 here in Southern Virginia. Sharon said, hey, Sharon. Patrice, hey, baby, welcome in. Giovanna said, no, I'm praying it will be warm. Last year it was freezing on Valentine's Day. I don't want my gifts to be sweating. You know, anytime it's above 60, we got to be rotating our gifts. And then bags be trying to sweat on us and all of that. I'd rather it be cool than to have to worry about my basket sweating. KOK said, hey, Brenda. Alicia said, worked on one concept and posted a little while ago and working on another. I'm LLC in a concept from Chosen. We'll post later this evening. All righty. Philanda said, hello, still classy. Hey, baby, welcome in. Sharon said, hey, everybody. Charlie said, working on these baskets while listening. Will you go right on, Charlie? You are doing fabulous. Patrice said, beautiful concept. Thank you, darling. Alicia said, hey, Sean. Flossie said, what did Flossie say? Because Flossie is gone as quick as I touched her name. Where is Flossie? Come back, Flossie. Where did Flossie go? It's snowing here in Chicago right now. Oh my goodness. I did want the girls to see at least one snow. But I don't be wanting a lot of snow. But I would like for them to have one. Giovanna said, can you please send some of that warm weather to the north and we will send that cold wind from Canada? Yes, I would be happy to. Just happy to. Pooh said it's 43 in St. Louis. It was just 72 days ago. That's that getting sick weather going back and forth like that. Unique said big storm rolled through and the power was out for hours. Wish they went out on my job, right? I would have been putting baskets together in the dark. Now I'm tired, but I'll get up soon. I know. And boy, I tell you, it's nice when you can call out on inclement weather or power outage or whatever when it comes to work, but not at home. Brenda said, hey, Charlie. Hi, Charlie Shops. Tabitha said, hi, everyone. Please keep me in your prayers. I've been having many strokes. Oh, no, Tabitha. Oh, no. Praying nothing but good health to you, baby. Healing and good health in Jesus' name. Crafty Leo said, hey, Miss Brenda. Shant says, praying for all my family that's under the weather. We speak healing over your bodies. Tabitha, are you in the hospital, baby, or are you at home? Praying for you, sweetheart. Sean said, praying for all my family that's under the weather. We speak healing over your bodies. Absolutely. Anyone that's ailing, sick, or anyone that is on the verge of getting sick, we pray healing and restoration to every one of you. Complete healing. Brenda said, hello, hello, baby. Crafty Leo says, prayers, Miss Tabitha. KOK said, Tabitha sending prayers. Brenda said, nice basket. Thank you, Brenda. Auntie's Gifts and More said, happy birthday, Trinka. Tabitha, in Jesus' name. Absolutely, Pooh. Trinka said, Alicia girl over there on the shelf and get shot. Chantel said, Flossie, all occasions in the burbs. Keep that snow over there. Hope said, Pooh, I'm going to call you later. Lisa said, hello, hello, baby, welcome. S. Marie said, KOK, Tabitha, and anyone under the weather feel better. Brenda said, hey, still classy. Hey, Brenda, welcome in. Okay, y'all got to let me take a drink. That's a lot of messages. Oh. My throat gets dry after about the first 50 of them. Giovanna said, how are you? Crystal, hey, baby, welcome. Sean said, Trinka, hey, sis, I did sing you a birthday song the other day, praying you had a wonderful birthday. Brenda said, hey, Crystal, hey, Lisa. Oh, geez, Louise. Oh, geez. It's bad enough that it takes me so long to read them all, but then I have to keep losing my place. Giovanna said, prayers going up for everyone. Shah said it was 80 here yesterday. I know, girl. Tabitha said, happy birthday. Imagine what it's going to be like on Mother's Day and Father's Day. Oh, my God. If it's like that already and it's not even Valentine's Day. Tabitha said, happy birthday, Latrinka. It's 44 in Arkansas. Crystal said, hey, Brenda. Pooh said, praying no bad weather, no winds. This Valentine, yes, definitely no wind. Lord Jesus, please, no winds. Shant said, we want cold weather here for V-Day. Please, God, right? I'll take cold any day over heat. But definitely no wind. Lord, please keep the wind. Rhonda said, I want a little cool weather too. This warm weather in January is crazy. I agree. Hope said, Pooh, why the sad face? I'm not calling to give you the smoke. Jemina said, Yummy Tea talked about putting those packs in. Yeah, I've got some too. I bought some. But they got shipped to the wrong address and now I'm waiting on him to bring them to me. But I do have some. I will put them in the concepts once they get here. Lovely concept. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate that, baby. Trinka said, thanks, S. Marie. Thank you, Tabitha. We'll be lifting, Trinka said. Charlie, I'm sure, lifting up Tabitha in prayer. Thank you, Charlie, for that. Prayers. Everybody's praying. Giovanna said, silica gel packs. Yes, I've got some. I ordered them. I'm praying, Tabitha. Robbie said, yes, ma'am, Miss Tabitha, in the Lord Jesus' name. My church member had the same thing yesterday. So please keep my church member in prayer also. Prayers to everyone under the sound of our voice, under the sound of my voice. Miss P's Creation said, hello, still classy in chat. Hello, baby doll. Welcome in. Falana said, beautiful gift basket. Thank you, sweetheart. Latrinka said, lifting Tabitha and anyone else battling illness. Yes. Prayers, Tabitha. Crystal said. Robbie said, my church members in the hospital. Preferably they will get out Monday. Prayers, prayers. Oh, geez, Louise. Oh, gosh, I hate this. Miss P said, hello, still clay. I think I read that one. Beautiful gift basket. Falana said, okay. Latrinka said, thanks for the birthday wishes all. Sorry I didn't catch the last rush. Flossie, my prayers are going out to everyone for healing. Trinka said, last wish. Crafty Fox, good evening, baby, she says, and praying for your healing, Tabitha, and all who needs the Lord's healing touch. Triple Gift said, hello, classy. Hello, baby, and thank you for the hearts. Tabitha said, I'm home now, but my children wants me to go back. Just trying to rest, but it's hard to do with these pains in my face. Oh, my goodness, baby. Well, I'm glad you're home, sweetheart. And like I said, we are truly praying for a complete healing for you. Auntie, you need a chat reader or some tea. You are so welcoming. You're live. I love it. I know, Michelle. I can't stand not thinking about not speaking to someone that came in. It's like Shant taught me that. And I know as, we get more and more people in here, it's a lot, but I just have to speak to everybody. Hey, Marie. Good evening, everyone. Brenda said, hey, Marie. Well, Hope said something. Tabitha, praying for you. Please go back to the hospital so they can monitor you. Pooh said, sis, Hope, that wasn't the sad face. That was the blushing face. Shant said, Tabitha, please listen to your children. Dara said, keep those masks on and use those hand sanitizers. There is an uptick in flus. Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm keeping my behind home. Charlie said, what are the silica packs for? To keep your baskets from sweating. Nicole said, hello, everyone in Michigan. It's cold 35 now. I just got home from work. I'm warming up and watching the live. Welcome in, baby. Glad to have you. It's Designs for You gift baskets. Hello, darling, and welcome in. Has everybody been hitting that like button? I can't see. Are our numbers going up, matching the numbers of people in here? I sure hope so. So Selfless said, hello, still classy, everyone. Hello, baby. Brenda said, hey, Keisha. Whisper Mercy. Pooh said, KOK said, Tabitha, go back, sweetie, please. Brenda said, hey, so selfless. Yes, baby doll. Please don't be taking any chances, Tabitha. Please. Them strokes are nothing to play with, darling. If you having anything going on that you're supposed to be going back, please go back. Keisha said, hey, Brenda. Yeah, all right, y'all, excuse me. Another swallow. I got caught up. Let me hit refresh and see what y'all have done on these likes over here. 139. Well, y'all getting me up there. I appreciate y'all. We got 160 in here. We're still missing about 41. No, 21. Lord Jesus, my math. I'm sounding like Felicia now. We used to be smart with our math. Now it takes a minute. 21. Okay, y'all. Let me take me another swig and I'll move on over there to my little buddy. Alicia said, please don't forget to ring the classy doorbell, also known as the thumbs up. Yeah, and if you're in here in the bushes and you haven't subscribed, y'all please take the time to hit that subscribe button. I do come on every Saturday at 7 Eastern, and we would love to have you. So please take the time to do that. I appreciate it. But anyway, guys, y'all know I try normally if I can, to have some kind of theme on my lives. Last week it was teddy bears, even though there seems to be a lot of bears and all this stuff too, but it's Valentine, so it is what it is. But tonight's theme is just boxes, using boxes for our concepts. So that is my first one right here. This is one of the little narrow boxes that I got from Hobby Lobby. And Lord, I got so many boxes from Hobby Lobby, y'all. But these little boxes are perfect. They are just really, really perfect for doing any kind of concept that you want. And so that was the first one. You've already seen that. This here is another one, and it's with a box I also had from Hobby Lobby. And that one's done with a rose bear. And y'all, I just love that champagne rose that you're seeing in the back there with my bubble bath that we got from Dollar Tree. Hey LBE, welcome in, baby doll. Um, I just love those two things together. These two, they are just so matched, so perfectly. So who let the dogs out? LBE said yes. Me and LBE's been comparing dogs, y'all. We got some rough looking plushy dogs. Um, and we've been comparing whose is the ugliest. And I think mine wins, but she thinks hers wins. But anyway, we'll let y'all be the judge of that. But anyway, I was talking to Driven, and I was showing Driven my dog too, and she said, "Oh my goodness," she said, and Kimberly. And Kimberly and LBE think he looks real. Well, oh honey, he is so shaggy. Oh my God, he's so shaggy. Yes, that champagne is from the no, not Family Dollar. Oh, that champagne rose. Yes, that's from Family Dollar. That's the one that I got, Charlie, when they had the 10 off 25 last week or the week before, whenever that was. It is, and I love it, and it goes so perfectly with that bubble bath. That popped up on my phone for just a second, and then I couldn't see what happened. Let me see. Oh, Shot is saying hey to LBE. Yeah, but this is another good size box for doing gifts. Now it's much larger. Hey, Still Classy Basket. Happy Saturday. Hey, Betty. Welcome in, baby. It's a much wider box and got a lot more depth to it. So it's going to take, more products to fill this one up. Of course, unless you're putting a robe or a blanket or something that's going to take up space. But that's another good size box that can take, you can do all products. You can do rose bears, regular bears, blankets, gifts, whatever, but they're really, really, really easy to design with. Hello, Miss Egotistical. How are you, baby? I am doing great. King's Gift Baskets. Welcome in, sweetheart. I'm hoping I'm not missing something because I'm looking over here at my phone while I'm looking at my concepts. That pink rose bear gift is truly pretty. Thank you, Robbie. I've got so many rose bears I need to get up and get out here. So let me see here. I'm still trying to hit my refresh. We're at 145 and 177's in the room. So come on, y'all. If y'all pop in, please take the time to hit that like button. Sean, I had to get my husband to go to the hospital when he had his stroke. He wanted to go, and when he did, he was admitted for a week. I knew something was wrong. Yeah, you can't play with that. You definitely cannot play with that stuff. Hope said, these are so nice, classy. Well, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Kim said, quick question. Do you all normally set up at shopping centers or gas stations? I have to find a new location for Valentine's Day, and I'm struggling. Wherever, whatever business or location will allow you to set up. If you're around a store or restaurant or whatever, sometimes you have to get permission from the business, or at least it's a smart thing to do so you don't spend all of your time setting up all your tables and your tent and everything only to be asked to please move. So if you're going to set up somewhere near any kind of property where there's a business or anything, make sure you get permission. A lot of other people do set up if they see an empty lot or whatever. But I personally like just trying to ask permission to where I'm setting up at, so I don't have to worry about somebody coming by and asking me to move. And yeah, Michelle said yes, but you need permission. Sean said, hey, everybody, thanks for joining. As Still Classy shows off her skills, she won't be able to read all the comments, but no, she will not skip you intentionally. Thank you, Sean. I definitely will not be skipping anybody on purpose. That's for sure. So anyway, yeah, so if any of y'all got any of that champagne rose, it pairs perfectly with these, excuse me, champagne bottles. So remember that when you're putting some things together. Let me see. Kim said, thanks so much. So anyway, I've got another one over here using that champagne rose with the bubble bath. And I only have 3 of the champagne roses, but that would be something I would love to have more of. Hey, Still Classy, always excited for your lives. Thank you, Blessed Creations. I appreciate that, darling. Um, so we'll definitely be on the lookout once I'm able to go back out shopping. I pray that Family Dollar continues to throw out these 10 off 25s, because that knocks these lotions down to about $1.70 something. Thank you, KOK. I appreciate that, baby. Hey, Classy Jazzy. Hey, Keisha. Welcome. If y'all remember, Classy Jazzy is Kimberly's sister. Hey, baby, you didn't think I'd remember, did you? I didn't think I would either. I'm proud of myself. Welcome in. You know I'm remembering because I love that name, Classy Jazzy. Love it. Let me see. And took her to the hospital. And when they tested her, she had a mini stroke that stemmed from her bumping her head. She's much better and is now a first-time mom after months of therapy. Yeah, we can't play. Hey, Still Classy, I'm late to the party. It's okay, Jeanette. Welcome in, sweet baby. Giovanna said, try to scout out a busy four-way. Yes. God was on her side. My great nephew is now 6 months. Well, praise God. Classy Jazzy is laughing. You know, I had to make that concept that Kimberly said that you liked, that I had sent her. The robe color is different, and one of the lotions is different, but everything else is the same. S. Marie said, if you'd like to help keep the Still Classy comments going, you can add red, black, and or cheetah in the comments. Yep, all of that applies to me. Red and black, and definitely the cheetah. Thank you, S. Marie. KOK said, hey, Classy Jazzy. So anyway, y'all, so let's move on. Also, now this one doesn't have any bear in it, and this one is a wrap box. Hey, Classy and Chad. Hey, Clarkson Craft, welcome in. You know, I told y'all I love wrapping gifts. I learned that from Felicia when I first started watching her channel. And this is one of my wrap boxes. I love this black and white with red. Hey, Mars Create, welcome in, baby. And this is with a pocketbook, a tumbler, some perfume, a lotion, a rose, and some hand sanitizer. I'm looking right crooked. I know that. I don't know why it's not looking straight. I guess just the way I got it. Maybe that's better right there. Let me see. I don't know. I have to turn around. Everything keeps moving back. Yes, it was absolutely beautiful. Hey, KOK, Keisha said. Sean said, hey, Estella Boo. Oh, I know you love being able to talk to her and see her comments, Sean, since she's not allowed to comment in your chats. Crafty said, beautiful. Thank you, darling. Sandra is putting the hearts. S. Marie is saying, pretty. Thank you, baby. Clark said, hey, KOK. Creative Liam is saying crafty. KOK said, beautiful. Thank you, darling. So yeah, I love my red and black together. Oh yes, loving the red and black, right? I do too. I think when my throat gets so dry, it makes me do that, y'all. Y'all give me a second. Y'all know I got to take my swigs. But anyway, if y'all think that is too much, paper on the front, of course, you can always put a sticker or a transfer or whatever you want. I personally like that, just like that. Thanks, Anita. Thanks, Expressions of Grace. Where to buy the black and white gift paper. That came from Hobby Lobby. Hey, everyone, beautiful as usual. Thank you, Rosie. KOK said, hey, Simone. But yeah, I'm not putting anything on the box right there, even though, a lot of times I like to wrap ribbon like around here. If there's too much, I've told y'all that 1,000 times, if there's too much height on the box or your wicker basket or whatever, I love to wrap a ribbon around to break it up and make the dimensions a little bit more spread out. But this one's really not. It may appear that it is. Thank you, Philonda. Thank you, Moore's Create. But I don't even have my shred in this one yet or anything. I just made it up and wanted to, give you guys an idea of just, how to wrap up. I know y'all all know how to do it. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks, Still Classy. I'll head to Hobby Lobby and get some. Yeah, I love that paper too. Hey, everyone. Hello, Dina. Welcome in, baby. But then you can put whatever color shred you want popping up in there. You can have some red, you can have some white, you can have black and white, you can have red and white. And then the shred is going to jazz it up a little bit more. And then when you throw that red and black bow on there, it is going to be everything. That black and white box is giving. Right. I love it. I love it. And I use this for men's a lot. This color paper. I love using it for a man's gift, but it also is just gorgeous for a ladies, and that's what I wanted to show you as well. Giovanna said, yes, that will be nice paper for father. Yes, it will. Now, before we move on to my next gift, y'all, I want to know y'all's opinion. I already know Rachel's opinion. She's made that very clear. The iced ruby apple smells good too. Yes, it really does. Rosebird said, hey, Deb and Chad. Hey, Rose, welcome in, baby, and thank you for the hearts. I know Rachel doesn't like to put plushies in men's gifts. But y'all, when you on Father's Day, y'all know I went today and got 2 rolls today at 50%. Yep, they're always 50% off. That's one thing about Hobby Lobby gift paper, y'all. The regular gift paper is always 50% off. So whatever the price says, take 50% off of that. So don't go in and think it's expensive, because it's not. It's always 50% off, and I hope they keep it that way. But anyway, this was, and I know y'all have seen these dogs while we're out, but back to Rachel. I know she doesn't like, and I'm not going to say she doesn't like, but I know she said her husband would not, don't want no plushie in his gifts. Ollie's does have some vanilla lotion that is gold. I got to turn around. It faded off of my phone. Gold and white right now. Yeah. I saw Stephanie had did a short, I think, on that vanilla lotion that I saw her do. That and some other one. Oh God, what was it? She showed 2 different ones in a short. Kimberly said, beautiful. Thank you, baby doll. But we all know that Walmart and all the other stores, come Father's Day, their whole line of shelving is full. Yep. Okay. Their whole shelf is full of nothing but plushies. So obviously people do put them in baskets and give them as gifts to men. So let me see. I have one ottoman with that white black. Maybe I'll use it as a woman's basket this year finally. Yes. That's why I did that, because I do know most of us do use that paper for men. But it is beautiful as a lady's gift as well. Excuse me, y'all. Sean said, I'm putting a plushie in Teen Boys. Hey, Driven, how you doing, baby? I was just telling them about I was about to tell him my conversation. Sean said, my husband don't think a man wants a plushie. He said, to the no. Yeah, most men are probably going to say that. If you ask them, they're not going to say, yes, I want a plushie. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And it takes up space in our baskets. And Walmart puts them out there, maybe for that purpose alone. But it's going to take up space. And I'm going to use it, not in all of them, but in some of them. I was just thinking today about men's gifts and plushies, whether they like them or not. Probably not, but believe you me, they're just going to look at the stuff that's in there. You know what I mean? They're going to look right past the plushie and go right on to the to what's in the concept that they do want. KOK said, my baby loves the plushies. I give him, or should I say, he acts like he loves it. That's right. And that's right. Some of them are going to say, oh, that's so cute. Sandra Leitner said, hey, still classy. Hey, baby, welcome in. Lisa said, my experience from previous years is gifts for men with plushies did not sell for me. Once I revamped them, they sold. Oh, wow. I've sold many men's gifts with plushies in them. Let me see. Lauren says, my husband says that he doesn't mind plushies if they are in his sports team or some type of memorabilia. LBE is laughing at KOK. Alicia said, hey, Driven, you put plushies in men's gifts? Yes, she does. She's the one that told me that when she gets ugly plushies, that are too ugly to go in a woman's gift, she puts them in her men's gift. And that's what Driven said. She said, when you get an ugly plushie, put it in a man's gift. You ain't got to worry about giving it to a woman. So that's exactly what I did, y'all. Patrice said, mine said about the same thing, Sean. Driven said, oh, okay. KOK is laughing. Sean said, I say if it fits, put it, but don't give my husband one. Miss Sally said, they have plushies at Walmart. Yes, they do. The whole shelves are full of them. But y'all remember this shaggly old bear, y'all. The camera makes him look better than he does in real life. But y'all remember the shaggy. Now his body is all nice and neat, y'all. But that face, that took me almost 30 minutes to get him, and you still can't see his eyes. And I don't know which way. I don't know what's is this a schnauzer? And I'm sure there's a certain way that you're supposed to move his hair. And I don't know if this is supposed to be up and this is supposed to be down in the middle. I don't know what schnauzers look, okay? But I'm going to tell you, this face is shaggy. And the camera makes it look much better than what he looks like in real life. But Kimberly and LBE think that he looks real, that he looks like a real dog. So anyway, looks like maybe it is a Scottish Terrier. I just said what I thought he was. I have no idea. I thought schnauzer. Don't get me to line. Chantel said is laughing. Charlie said it. That's Maria about needed a haircut. Right. I didn't know where to cut it though. Take him to the groomer, still classy. He's been around a minute. Just got to clean him up some. S. Bloom said he had a hard life. Schnauzer. That's what I'm saying he is, but I don't know what he is. LBE said I'm about to pull out my pressing comb for mine. I have 2 of those. I have 2 of them. I may have more, but I found 2, TJ. Giovanna said him need a haircut, right? Nicole said thug life schnauzer. Sean said he's cute though. Like Amari said he's so ugly he's cute. Auntie's gift basket said Donald Trump hair. Oh gosh. Lisa said LBE is laughing. Charlie is laughing at LBE. Michelle said, oh no, he needs therapy. Send him to bear therapy. Sean said, I'm ready to use my dog. Alicia said, nah, LBE. Lisa said, oh no, aunties. Giovanna said, you could put a little bandana on him. He's got a little bandana-like thing around his neck. He looks exactly like my son's puppy. Sedona said, keep him. Gerald needs a friend. No, he got to go. They gonna go. Did anyone get all the white terrier dogs from Walgreens last year besides Felicia? That might be what LBE was showing me. I'm not sure. S. Marie said, careful, E. You remember I burned up all my plushie's hair trying to fix them. Lisa said, hey, Sedona. My grandpuppy called Pepper. Courtney said, hello, still classy and everyone. Keisha said, Sedona. Giovanna said, over the forehead. Rosie said, he's gorgeous. Throw him in a basket. Oh, I did. Robbie said, he does look like a real puppy. Lisa said, S. Marie laughing. Can we please get her to 200 likes, Sedona? Thank you, Sedona. Let me see. Alicia said, nah, S. Marie. Maria, hey, baby. Welcome in, Maria. KOK said, get that flat iron out, LBE, and use some heat protector on his hair. Maria said he's actually cute. He's so ugly, he's cute. But like I said, the camera makes him look a little bit cuter than he is. But y'all, so here was my dilemma. Auntie's gift said, I got the white puppies and a few of the black ones. Alicia is laughing. And another thing, at Valentine's Day, I will put a red rose in a man's gift. Yes, I'm about to show him in a basket right now, Sedona. Angela said he's cute. Thank you. And I want to know y'all's opinion on a red rose at Valentine's Day for a man. That might be a basket challenge too. He is cute when you look at him in a camera though. Let me see. LOL. But anyway, y'all, what is y'all's opinion on putting a red rose in a man's gift? Now, I like putting the dusty blue ones. I don't mind putting a tan one. But I do put red ones in in Valentine's Day. I have been known to. I don't do it a lot, but I have put Rachel said, I put flowers in men's gifts all the time. Yep, I do all the time too. The red ones I tend to keep for my women's gifts. But because I'm putting this black schnauzer in there and the rest of the basket is in black and red, I wanted to do that too. Yes to the rose. Okay, great. Okay, because see, here's what I came up with for a man's gift using my schnauzer, okay, and a tumbler and a blanket and a men's red and black gift set. Is that manly enough to you guys, you think? I mean, for Valentine's Day, can that work? I don't have anything secured down. I told Kimberly I was going to get y'all's opinion on it, on what y'all thought. Does it look too feminine? Does it look fine for a man? What is your opinion? Or what should I change? What should I add? What do you think? Let me see. Hope says, I put rose in my men's sets. Lisa said, yes, ma'am, I like it. Pooh said, I had that dog last year, put it in a woman's basket. Susan said, love it. Okay, great. Robbie said, bless you, Miss Classy. You're just sneezing and sneezing. I think it's when I get in here and my throat gets so dry, and then it makes my nasal passageway really dry. And I think I'm just trying to get air, to be honest. I think I've got lack of oxygen, because lack of oxygen will make you sneeze. See, he cleans up nice. Yes, it definitely works, as Marie said. Great. Michelle said, red is a neutral color. Do it. Alicia said, it looks good to me. So Donna said, he looks good in that basket. Well, thank you. Kimberly said, now, Kimberly, what did you say? Kimberly said that she thought that dog would mean that you telling your man he's a dog. Ain't that what you said, Kimberly? I said, well, if the paw fits, wear it. But she said, I don't know. A man might think you're saying he's a dog. Kimberly said, yes, it's manly. Angela said, yes, it's nice. Sandra said, love it. Thank you, baby. Sandra said, love it. Okay. Auntie's gift basket said, now that's cute. Oh, good. Charlie said, that's cute and it's masculine enough. Great. Y'all, I'll keep it just like that then. I'm going to keep my comment to myself. Pooh said, you do that, Pooh. I have too many positive comments here for you to say something. It's Valentine's Day, Pooh Bear. Chantel said, I got all my white terrier dogs in my area. Ugly dogs to me. Yeah, they have to be groomed. I can tell you that just from looking at the plushie. Estella said it looks good. Michelle's given approval. S. Bloom said add a watch or something. But I don't have much room to add a watch or nothing. The plushie goes all the way to the back. I mean, he hangs off the back, y'all. Look at his tail. His tail's even hanging off the back. So if I'm going to add that, I'd have to take something else out. There is no room for a watch or anything like that in that one. I do have a man's black loofah in the back, since that is a body wash that's in the set. So there's a loofah taking up the spot in the back. And other than that, it's completely full all the way around. KOK said, I'll take that gift, still classy. Fire. Thank you, baby. Sophia said, that's gorgeous. I like that for a mail basket. Good. Pooh Bear's the only one giving me negative. And she didn't. She kept it to herself. Let me see. Chantel said, but it's a beautiful basket. Thank you, baby. Hope said, I think it's fine the way it is. Okay, great. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much for powering through. Please get enough oxygen. Please get enough oxygen. Of course, we want to keep you, right? I want to keep that oxygen. Him so cute, KOK said. Amazingly Blessed Design said, instead of the rose, add a watch. No, there's not enough room there. If I take this down, there's not enough room there for a watch. I mean, I literally have that glue dotted to the front. There's no room there. There's nothing there. There is nothing there. I don't have room. There's no room in this one. There's just not. Unless I could tuck one up underneath him here. I might could get something tucked right there. I don't know. I might could tuck one in underneath his neck. I might could try to get something there tucked up underneath him. I don't know. Let me see. S Bloom said, I love it though. Thank you. It's a great looking basket. Thank you, baby. Hey, still classy in chat. Hey, Jana, welcome in, baby doll. Arnetta said, hello, classy in chat. Hello, baby. KOK said, hey, Jana. Heather said, hey, classy and everyone. Hey, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all pop in. And welcome. Put it on his leg. That's what I just said, Pooh. I said, maybe I could tuck him up underneath his neck. Let me see. Mine are different from the one that Classy is showing. Mine was not from Walmart. Jana said, hey, KOK. Driven said, rain drive. Oh, no. Be careful. Be careful. Did you go get your tire replaced, Driven? Driven woke up with a flat tire. Amazingly blessed said, oh. But anyway, y'all. So I'll go ahead and keep him like that and try to get a watch to go in front of it. I said it earlier. Oh, yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see your comment. Let me see. It's the only one like that you are doing because you could do it with and without. Okay. TD26 said, hey, classy, gorgeous. I don't mind roses in men's gifts, but I'm not as much of a fan of the rose in this concept. If you need to balance out the colors with red, maybe add some red shred. Okay. Pam, now, I did have a black rose out. What did I do with it? I had it laying down over here somewhere. What about a black rose? Is this too dark or you like the black better than the red for a man? You almost can't see that black. If I changed it out with a black, you almost can't even see that. Let me see. Pamela said, hey, still classing everyone. I'm late. Forgot about the live. It's okay, baby doll. My son said the basket looks great. Well, there you go. That's coming from a fella. So I appreciate that. Clarkson Craft said, I like the red. I do too. I think it's nice. Leave the red. Okay. Estella said the red rose looks better. I think so too. Cheryl said, I got the white dog like that. My daughter said she didn't know what it was. LOL, think it's cute. Pooh said, red is fine. The black just clashes. I think so too. KOK said, no, don't change it. The red rose ties the red blanket and the red writing in the gift. Leave the red rose. All righty. You're outnumbered up there. Who was it that said not on this one? Oh, TD26. You're outnumbered, TD. I'm sorry. Let me see. The red is going to stay. So anyway. Done. Let me see. I left off with KOK. The red rose. Okay, I got that one. Susan said the red is better. TD said, hey, classy, the black may be too dark. Red does look better. I'd still add, yeah. Okay, you'd add some red shred or at least red and white shred in there, huh? Okay, baby. I appreciate your opinion on that, and thank you. The black is making it too dark. Style said, hello, Miss Angie. Morris Create said, with roses or without for the ones who like them and who don't. Right. Son said that men deserve flowers while alive, too. Absolutely. I like your son. You tell him he is a manly man. I like him. Jonna said the red rose is fine. Thank you, baby. TD said, I'll take it from all these wonderful experts. Okay. KOK said, yes, says Marie. Rochelle said, I like the red better. Okay. Faithful 5 said, leave it the way it is. All righty. Well, we will do just that then, y'all. So thank y'all for y'all's opinion on that. Y'all, I've been seeing LBE's gorgeous flowers. And I know that she is doing some gorgeous bouquets. I got to readjust because my next gifts are kind of tall. So I got to readjust going upward. But anyway, I decided this year I'm not doing bouquets. I'm doing single roses. And I'm doing, you know, my tubes of roses. And in this one and in a pink. And I got 3 different color sleeves, and I'm putting a lot of these sleeves in some of my gift concepts. But these are the 3 different color rose sleeves that I'm using for Valentine's this year. And what I did last year is I made up a bunch of these, and I have a really large, I don't know what you'd call it, maybe a Little Red Riding Hood basket, if that makes any sense. You know, the big one that had the wide drop down on the sides. Um, and I laid a bunch of these inside of that basket, and people were able to just pick up a single rose. If their gift didn't have a rose, or a lot of people bought gifts and then picked up single roses to hand to their daughter, or, you know, to their mother-in-law or whatever. So single roses work really, really good. I mean, I sold out of every single rose. I came home and tried to make some more of them. So the single roses sell really, really well, or they did for me. Okay. I got them in the pink sleeve. I got it in the white sleeve, and I got it in the black sleeve. So these are the 3 different color sleeves I'm using for my single roses. These you can get on Amazon or from Temu. So, you can just check and see which price is better for you. The prices kind of change from day to day on some of these things. So those are the 3 different color sleeves. These are the sleeves. They have different kinds that have roses on them and all that stuff. These are my favorite. You pick your favorite, but you can just look up rose sleeves. 15 more to 100. Really? Oh, y'all are great. Y'all come on now. I know y'all can get me to 200. Thanks, LBE. Yeah, I love these single ones. I can't do, and I don't want to say I can't, but I'm not as good as you are, LBE, with them bouquets and stuff. Girl, you throw them bouquets. You you do those bouquets. Um, and then my little frugalness pops in. I don't like using so many roses in each concept, even though I know you're gonna get your money back. I'm like, no, that's too many roses in those things. They sold good for me too. Thank you for that idea, Still Classy. You're so welcome, KOK. I'm working on my singles while I watch. 500 count just sold out. Oh, I bet. They're beautiful. They are beautiful. But yeah, you're doing fabulous with them, LBE, your bouquets. But me personally, I'm doing the singles and the 4. Okay. That these are the ones I'm doing, and I'll do pink in this as well, and singles. But I am going to do some of the things that Felicia had shown, and some of y'all are doing as well. God, some of y'all's are so beautiful. Using the flower, you know, the regular, like the Dollar General flower arrangements, or a tumbler where we're putting some flowers and then maybe you know, a lotion or something. But Felicia, Boss Lady Fee, she showed some with using her Dollar General, you know, flower arrangements that we get at, you know, at the end of different seasons. And she put like a prayer card up in there, or with the air freshener little sachets and something else. And man, when she got through adding her little flowers and all, those were adorable. So I'm gonna try to make me up some of those. Let me see. I made so many singles and a half a dozen last year. All I need is a dozen bouquets. Yep. Yep. Yes, mine sold well for Mother's Day. Yep. I turned around and made more for Mother's Day as well, Shy. I sure did. They love them for Mother's Day too. This will be my first year street selling. Oh, you're gonna love it, Shy. You are going to love it. Shy said, I got some nice quality glitter roses from Dollar Tree, and I'll put them in the sleeves. Beautiful. Let me see. Sally said, I'm doing the flowers and roses and vases while I listen. That's gorgeous. I may do some more next year, y'all, but I got so much. I thought I was ahead of the game, as y'all know, for Valentine's Day. until they all sold for Christmas. And y'all, I'm starting back again from scratch again. Like I ain't learned enough. That's why I say, like everybody else is saying now, y'all don't strive for the sellout. Um, because you want to kind of have some left over. But anyway, so there again, that's the different color sleeves that I'm using. In case y'all like them, you got plenty of time to order some, and they sell really, really quick. And as you're seeing in the chat, others are saying they sold well for them. You can also get these tubes if you like them. I don't have my baby's breath in them or anything else, but these can be doctored up with the fairy lights like LBE and Michelle and several other ones that made them absolutely gorgeous. So these can be made up to be absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous. But that's my plans for this year with my roses. I'm going to let y'all go on and handle those beautiful bouquets. And when I hear how much money you made on them, I'm going to kick my butt all the way into next Valentine's Day. But as of right now, that's what I'm doing. But let me see. Life is shy. Let's get it. Congratulations. You got this. Clark's is saying my first time too, Shy. Sally said, do Amazon have the tubes? Now that I haven't looked at. I'd have to look because I got mine from Temu. Amazon. LBE, have you noticed or did you even look? Do they have those tubes for the roses on Amazon? Okay, said I take all the fall flower arrangements for a penny. Yes. Remove the flowers and make new arrangements. They all sell fast. Yes. I loved what Felicia did. She left a lot of them, the flowers that were in there, and then just added some stuff and added one or two little cheapo items, y'all. Felicia did, and that thing was gorgeous. So I want to get caught up. I want to get some more of my women's stuff done and a few men's done, and then I'll start playing with my flowers. Michelle said I added lights and wrapping paper, 25. Oh, Michelle, I remember I posted your stuff last year. I showed them pictures of your stuff. They were absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous, and I feel like they look like they should have been more than $25. They were beautiful. LBE said, I haven't looked. We'll check, and I'll find out, and I'll post them. I appreciate it, LBE. We can do it, Ms. Clark, Shy said. Cheryl said, I'll watch the replay. I've got to go pray and talk to my Savior, praying for the basket community. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, baby doll. We will definitely receive them prayers, and thank you for uplifting us all. Shy said, yes, Ivory. Shakona said, how much do you sell a single one for? I was trying to remember. I was talking to Kimberly about that. And I'm trying to remember. I know it wasn't less than $5 or $6. I know that for a fact. And they were selling like wild hot, what do y'all say? Hot cakes or whatever. But they sold so quick. And I can't remember. Lisa said she thought they were $5, sold mine for $5. Yeah. I can't remember if I did $5 or $6. And because I made it, a little bit better of a deal if you got the 4-pack or something like that, if you were counting each rose. So I can't remember. I got to go back and regroup, but I know for a fact they weren't less than $5. But I want to say I sold mine for $6. But I can't remember. But I'm thinking I sold mine for $6 so that I could show that the 4 was a better deal if you bought that one, even though you got, the 4 roses in the tube. I think that's how I did it. I don't know. I'm going to have to think back, y'all. But don't go below $5, okay? This week, Temu had the single rose paper, 50 for $2. Oh, wow. That's a great deal. Let me get my old schnauzer out the way over here, y'all, because I'm about to show y'all. This is concepts I did last year, and they sold so well. I'm redoing them again this year. I know y'all are going to remember it. These are the ones where I do not take, and y'all know, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I've been taking my my robes out of the box. I've been really proud of myself. But on these concepts, my robes stay in the box. It gives it more height, and It's just what I've done. I loved it. They loved it. And I don't change something that works. So this is one of the ones that, this is the one that Kimberly, her sister loved. And I remade it. I'm sure y'all remember it from last year. But one sold really, really, really quick and really good. I made a couple of them last year. I know on here it doesn't look like it's tall, but it is. It's really tall with that box after I wrap it. And y'all look how pretty this shoe looks with that champagne rose, if you can see it. Can you see that glitter of that slipper and that champagne rose together along with that? I mean, like Chosen says, you know, they belong together. They do, y'all. That is so beautiful together. I just love that champagne rose. I've got to get me some more of the champagne rose. I really do. But even if y'all got some of these slippers and you didn't even put them, you know, you're not putting in something big like this, they match so well together in a concept. Even if you didn't put the robe with it. Okay. So yeah, that those go really well together, and that concept sold very, very, very well for me last year. So definitely, like I said, I'm going to do that. As long as it keeps selling, I'm going to keep making it. Let me see over here. Okay, sold mine for 5. Alicia said perfect combination. Kimberly said that's gorgeous. Thank you, baby. Charlie said looks gorgeous. Thank you. Crafty Leo said I love that. The colors are everything to me. Thank you, baby. Gorgeous match, Chaos Case. And y'all, this is one of the easiest. You literally wrap a box like you're doing a Christmas present. You set the robe on the back, hot glue it down, hot glue your items on each side. Find, you know, you want it to look a little, you know, make sure everything kind of even somewhat. And glue it on and shrink wrap that thing, put a bow on it, put a balloon up there and make it even higher. And you've got a beautiful concept. Let me see. Sedona said 12 more likes for 200. Come on, y'all. We can get 12 more. um, King's Gift Basket says beautiful. Thank you, baby. Ivory said, come on, everybody. Yes, come on, y'all. We're so close. We can get it. I know we can. And this one's different from last year because my robes last year was pink, and I had some kind of peach lotion on the right side. But other than that, the same ribbon for my bows, the same wrapping paper, and everything else. And then I also did really, really well with the man's gift being that way. I know y'all remember that with my blue. Let me get him over here. Oh God, he's heavier. That robe is heavy. Um, and this one's just as easy as that one to put together. And this is my man's version of that style. Okay. And I love using my blue, that blue wrapping paper that I absolutely love. And I've got my man's robe back there. And I put a blue tumbler and some men's cologne and the Dove. And you just glue it down and wrap it up. Okay. I know y'all remember my blue. I did tall gifts, short gifts, medium gifts using that blue. That is my favorite wrapping paper to use when I'm doing my men's concepts. And so that's what I use a lot when I'm doing men's gifts. Let me see. Sedona said 10 more. Style says beautiful. Thank you, baby. Anita said very creative. It's so easy, Anita. So easy. S. Marie is loving the blue. Alicia said that blue is fire. Thank you. I know you remember it, Marie. Crafty said very nice. Thank you, baby. Does the robe? Yes, the box sits right on the box. And make sure you get boxes that aren't hanging way over. You know what I mean? That the stuff. I can't get over here, y'all. Hold on. Make sure that you're using the right size box. See what I'm saying? My box goes all the way to the back and my stuff comes up to the front. You don't want a whole lot of overlap. Um, a lot of these boxes are from Amazon. I know the postal service, if you ship or receive items from the post office, that works perfect for these gifts. Um, that are the right height and the right width for those robes. They fit perfectly. Um, so let me see here. Do, 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 do. Nice blue. Auntie's gift said they both still look like money to me. Thank you. KOK said that looks nice. I'm not comfortable putting items together that aren't in the same brand, but your giver. Oh, yeah, I sure do. I definitely will mix a brand in a minute. I try harder with purchasing singles to match with other things. Yay for the two. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Um, let me see. That's beautiful. Thank you, baby. Yes, thank y'all for getting me to 200. Ugh, I want some more of those box sets. So cute. I got those from Big Lots. If you're talking about the cologne sets, they've gone up in price too. But I got those from Big Lots. Oh, y'all, let me give y'all a tip too here. This here, if you notice, I've got it turned sideways instead of this way. I've got it that way because when I shrink wrap this, I don't want that to get crushed. Okay. Think about what's on your edges when you're shrink wrapping, because if not, you're going to smash it up and it's going to look really crazy. So I turn this sideways where it's flush with this box. So when I shrink wrap, it's not going to do anything to that body wipe. You don't want it sticking out beyond this box. And then when it gets shrink wrapped, it's going to smash it and it's going to not look great. So make sure you want to try to keep your softer items more in the middle. But I didn't want this on the side. I didn't like the way it looked. I wanted my robe to kind of show so that they could see, the robe picture. So that's why I did that with this particular one. But you don't want to have anything crushing if you're shrink wrapping. If you're doing a cello, you're good. But if you're shrink wrapping, pay attention to what you've got on the edges and the sides so you don't end up with something really wrinkly and your whole gift is ruined. Now you got to take everything off and start from scratch. So be really, really careful with what's on the sides. Let me see. Divine Creations has sent my like. Sorry for the delay. Oh, man, baby. So happy to have you, Nicole. Great tip, classy. Thank you, baby. I struggle with shrink wrapping. Do you really? Y'all, the way I've learned my favorite way to shrink wrap now, and it's the only way I shrink wrap now, and it works so good for me, is I don't close up my top. I close down I cut my tips off on my corners that I'm tucking under. I tape it. I bring it up. I tape everything around as much as I can to get out all my slack. And the way I keep it from bringing when I start shrink wrapping and it's squeezing my items or knocking my cup over or bringing stuff in, when you gather it already at the top and you've got it tight, it's got nowhere to go but inward if you're shrink wrapping it. If you leave it open and hold it loose at the top, hold it loose. I mean, you've got it gathered as if you would gather it, okay? But leave it open. And as you're shrink wrapping it, you can release your hand and hold down whatever item that you're trying to keep from moving. And you are to see me in here doing this by myself. I have had a couple of ones where I have to have the girls come in and I say, kind of hold this still right here so it don't go in while I'm shrink wrapping. But if I've already gathered the top, all the holding in the world ain't going to keep it from going inward. It's just not if you've got a gap over there. So if you leave your gift open, completely, nothing around it at all but your hand, and you got it loose, when you're shrink wrapping it, that air's coming up and going out. It's not squeezing the stuff in because you don't have it gathered up top. Now, y'all, that has been a game changer for me. Okay. Literally, just try it with a smaller gift. Don't start out trying it with your big gift. Try it with a smaller gift. Leave it open, your shrink wrap bag, and just hold it. Shrink wrap it all around. Let your hand go some if it looks like it's getting too tight and it doesn't pull the stuff in because you haven't got it gathered up top. It's not going to shrink it inward like that. And once you get it all the way around shrink wrap the way you want it, except for that little bit that's at the top now you can gather it, put your zip tie on there, and then finish that little inch amount and it's not going to change anything that you've got shrink wrapped perfectly around the bottom. So that is my tip on shrink wrapping, and it changed everything for me. With look at my hands just all in front of the camera, trying to emphasize what I'm talking about. But I hope you know what I'm talking about with that. Sorry about all my hands in the camera. But y'all try that with a smaller gift and leave it open and get your shrink wrap the way you want it and then pull it to at the top. Then you've only got a very small amount at the top that could possibly have a little crinkle. And now your bow's going to cover any crinkle that might be up there anyway. So y'all try that and tell me if it worked for y'all. Or message me privately if you need me to explain it or do a, show you what I'm talking about. Because I'm telling y'all, it makes all the difference in the world with shrink wrapping. Let me see. Sean said that's good info, sis. And move fast. Definitely don't stay in one spot. Lord Jesus. Yeah, definitely don't stay in one spot. But the key is to do the bottom first. Yes, it is. Just like she said, and loose the top hold. Yes. Once you gather that and cinch that on the top, your stuff's going to pull in tight. It just is. If you don't have that top open, you like Trump talking with the hands. Oh my God. Don't say that, KOK. Oh my Lord. No, it's just because you can't see my facial expressions when I'm using my hands, so it makes me put my hands out there. How do you message you privately? You can email me, or you can message me on, once we're off the live in my regular chat. But my email is stilclassy@aol.com. Alicia said, nah, KOK. Right, nah, that ain't a good example, KOK. KOK said I couldn't help it. So Donna is laughing. But anyway, y'all. So these are super, super, super easy. Give you some really good height gifts. They're really pretty. They're great sellers. Okay. And back to boxes too. Y'all know I showed a couple of those, my bears on my charger plates, right? My green bear, my red bear, my purple bear, on my charger plates. And I do like those on the charger plates. Don't get me wrong. But I wanted height, y'all. This is what people, when they come up to my table, I don't know about your table. I can only speak for my table. They're drawn straight to the bigger gifts. They want to know how much the bigger ones are, because who doesn't want to give a gift that has more impact with height and size, right? So anything you can do to get that height up is going to be a really, really good seller. So in my, I got some of the Dollar General boxes that we all got. I wish I'd have gotten more big ones. I got more of the small ones than the big ones. But what I was doing with my charger plates now, I'm moving now into the taller boxes to give it more height. So it's literally, I'm just putting my bear in a box and giving it more height. And by the time I do that and raise him up and then put my rose in there and then put my balloon behind it, y'all look at that height of that just by, giving it height versus a charger plate. Let me show you that. Now, this one's really tall. And let me show you how that one already is looking without the balloon. Of course, I'll have a balloon behind my blue one too, probably. But height, y'all, is so easy to get height in these boxes with these bears that we've got. Just elongate it. You know what I mean? Put a spa thing in there and a rose. And that's what the height's going to be. Yes, the taller, the better. Absolutely. I'm going to cellophane these. I'm not going to shrink wrap the big ones. I'll cellophane these big ones. I already did that with one of the big, tall green ones over here. I put some of the polka dot on this one. With that one, I don't know if I can back up with him. With one of the green ones, and the balloon up top with him. So that's the same way with that one. I did it with the green. So Yeah, just cellophane it. Put one of your big balloons, a big bow, and you've got some really big height that they're going to be very, very proud, of walking through the door and feeling like they're giving somebody, you know, something significant because it's so tall, and whoever's receiving it is going to feel like they're receiving something really significant because it's so tall. Um, let's see. On this one, I didn't do anything but put the box on the back. Now on this one, I've glued the stick to it, and you can put tissue paper back here to hide that stick. But I put the box top. I just put the box top in the back and use that as a backer. That's all I did. And he's leaning back on the actual lid of the box. But you can also put any kind of backers. You can use, like I had showed you before, these little things. These work perfect as backers. Our little Valentine boards that you get after Valentine's Day. Put them in. And then you can turn this to the back this way, because nobody's going to see this because the teddy bear's laying on top of it, right? So turn this around to the back so when they do flip it around, if you don't have the lid, but I have the lids to all of mine, but if you've wrapped a box and you don't have a lid, you can use anything like this, or you can wrap a piece of cardboard or foam board or whatever with tissue paper, wrapping paper, or whatever, and just stick it behind the bear. Backer is no issue when it comes to these boxes and what you're doing with it. Oh, and that's another purse I did, y'all, with a dove set and the blue jean purse, and it's just dove and a candle, and a loofah in the back behind the dove. So that's another purse concept that I have put together. But that's just some of my ideas, y'all, using boxes, putting stuff in a box, on a box, giving things height or whatever, So hopefully that information will help somebody be able to put some concepts together really, really easy. Let me see. LB said, okay, gummy bear, I see you. Let me see. Can you show the back? Okay, I already told you that. You just put the lid in there. I put it in there catty cornered. Or do you cello instead of shrink wrap? The big tall ones like that, I normally cello because I don't have any real big shrink wrap bags like that. And I have the rolls of the cello that you can make it as long as you want it. KOK said your backers can create the illusion of height even if your items are not as tall. Very true. Clark said, I say the same thing, Alicia. Oh, I must have missed. Or do you use cello instead of shrink wrap with a bear? Yeah, but I also shrink wrap with bears too, y'all, doing it the way I told y'all to do it. You'd be surprised how it really does not. I like doing the cello with bears, but I have done cello with a bear as long as it's not hanging way off to the side where you got no choice but to squish it. Depends on where it's at in the basket. For example, this one here could easily be shrink wrapped. It's not going to do anything to him because that gift goes at an angle like that from the front to where he's at. And I could definitely shrink wrap that one with him in it and he would be fine if I wanted to. So it depends on where the bear's at in the gift as of what are the chances of your plushie getting squished. You know what I mean? Y'all, I just did Classy's tip and it worked, right? It's a game changer, Marie. It is a game changer with the shrink wrap. I promise you. Don't close it up. Hold it and watch the difference. I'm so glad you did that while I was on to prove what I was talking about. Y'all are going to love it. All of y'all that has had trouble with shrink wrap, you're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I know this before? T3 said, I got a phone call, so catching up. What did you all charge for the single roses? It's only my second year. No less than $5. but you can go more, but don't go less than $5. 1K said, not the burn unit. Uh-oh, I must have missed something. What is that lotion with the bubble bath? What is that lotion with the bubble bath? And which one, baby? What is that lotion with the bubble bath? I don't know. Which one are you talking about, honey? Are you talking about in that pink one over here? Is that the one you're talking about? That's the one that Chosen showed us from Family Dollar called Champagne Rose. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me see. I don't know what gummy bear you're talking about. I didn't show a gummy bear. I didn't show my gummy bear today. I don't know what y'all are talking about, gummy bear. Y'all talking about that bear? He's not a gummy bear. He's just the red teddy bear. Let me see. What is the lotion? Okay, I think that's what you were talking about. He's sitting pretty over there. Okay, you see Deacon, he's sitting pretty over there. LBE said, Kay, Champagne Rose lotion from Family Dollar. It's gorgeous. Kay said, laughing at Michelle. S. Bloom said, single roses at CVS. See, that's what I'm talking about, S. Blooms. That's why I remember I went up on my price. I know I did. I did more than 5. I may have did more than 6. I may have did 8. I am not joking. I went up when I found out somebody else last year had said what those prices were going for a single rose in a drugstore, and I upped my price. I don't know why I'm thinking 8. I don't know why I'm thinking 8. But I know, I don't believe for a second I did 5. I think I was going to do 5, and I went up. So I would say between 5 and 8, you would be able to sell them single roses. I'm telling you. I thought that red bear was a gummy bear. No, but he could be. I mean, you could do the same thing with your gummy bear. You could do the same thing with the gummy bear. Green bear and polka dot cellophane thing. Oh, I thought that red. Nope. All of your concepts are beautiful. Thank you, baby. Faux roses. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But they looked real. And Alicia, they thought, LBE, am I lying? They thought that those roses was real. They thought the roses was real. Thank you, Kay. You like the blue gift? You are so talented. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Creative Couture said, I did 7. The people said they would go going for 20 last year. You did 7. See there, y'all? Don't sell yourself short on these roses. I'm telling you, they will. If you've got a beautiful rose, they will pay it. They will pay it. Michelle said, gummy bears are the ink in the hips. What? LBE, the red one was a gummy bear. No, the red one isn't. It isn't. But y'all can use your gummy bear in these the same way that I did those. It's the exact same thing. It's just about putting it in there, raising it up, putting your little sleeve in there with your flower or your candy. Like if you wanted to replace that with candy, some of y'all are in an area where this could be a perfectly big thing of chocolate candy, a rose, and a balloon. How perfect is that? You know what I mean? You wouldn't even have to put the spa gift. If y'all are where you can have candy like that, a beautiful big round thing of candy with that rose and that balloon would make that gift perfect. So, it just depends on where you're at and what where I'll just move this over here so I can quit just moving this thing back. No, I'm gonna knock my little cardboard over if I do that. I'm trying to slide him over so he's still in the view. But yeah. So, and like I said, these are tall gifts. They go for the tall stuff. They love, love, love being able to hand somebody something, really, really big in size. And they're super easy. You can't get any easier than that. LB said, yes, they look realistic. Definitely sold them. Yes, they think they're, and then, you sell them with it by letting them know they're forever roses. Whereas if you would have, they're like, these aren't real. No, ma'am, they're better than real. Or no, sir, they're better than real. These aren't going to die tomorrow. These will be forever roses. She can put them in a vase. She can put it la da 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 da. These are called forever roses. You can say forever roses, everlasting roses, whatever sounds more beautiful to you. So the minute they say, oh, these aren't real, don't turn around and say, no, they're faux. Don't say that. No, no, these are better than real roses. These aren't going to die tomorrow. She'll have this as long as she wants to keep it, you know. So you let them know that it's a better deal to get these than it would be if they were getting a real one. Let me see. Do you finish off your roses with floral tape or just stick it in the sleeve? No, I don't use floral tape. Nope. Creative Couture said, I love the big balloon behind. Oh, yeah. It finishes it off. It really finishes it off. It does. It changes the whole concept for sure. I mean, it looked big before, but once I added that balloon, it was a done deal. Let me see. Ivory Kisses said, FYI, a lot of women don't like real flowers. Right. I don't. I mean, I love to look at them, but I think it's such a waste of money that they're going to be dead tomorrow. You know, give me a pretty fake one and exactly. They last forever. And Michelle, that's the key point that we need to make, you know, when they're asking, these aren't real. I thought this was real. No, no, these are better than real. These aren't going to die on them tomorrow. She'll have this come next Valentine's Day, you know. I mean, it's a selling point, y'all, and they look real. So it's a win-win. It is better than, and when I say that, I'm not pulling their leg. It is better than a real one because it's going to die tomorrow or wilt before you even get it there once you put it in your car, you know. So it is better than real. They look real. You can't tell, even to the point of touching them almost. And they're going to last forever. So absolutely, it's better than a real one. Okay, said, right, still classy. Alicia said, memory roses. That's a good one. Where did the spa set come from? That one came from City Trends. Ladom said, I have some beautiful large stitch plushies I want to use for Valentine's gifts. Do you think they'll be appropriate for adult gifts? Ladom, I'm not into all of that theme stuff for adults, but I know a lot of the designers say that they sell Hello Kitties and all kind of stuff to adults. So I'm sure there's some people, some designers in here that would tell you absolutely it could work. But if it doesn't, it would still go for a teen, so it would sell either way. So it doesn't matter who you're marketing it for, it's whoever they want to buy it for. If they want it for an adult, they'll buy it for an adult. If they want it for a teen, they're going to buy it for a teen. So it ain't up to us to decide if it's for an adult or a teen. Just make it and put it out there. LBE said, yeah. Never to Me and said, please, for the love of everything, sell flowers, LOL, real silk foam. Yeah, Never to Million does them real ones. I can't do it, Never to Million. I can't risk them roses dying on me. Oh, no. I know you do, and I know you sell the heck out of them, so it works for you. Let me see. She said, sell flowers, LOL. Real silk foam, just have flowers. Absolutely Never in a Million. And she sells real ones, y'all, and does them beautifully. But it's absolutely right. Whatever you, and I'm telling you, I had no problem selling them, and neither did LBE. Like I said, everybody that came up to our table thought they were real. They thought they were real. Can we see the gift in the polka dot cellophane? Yes, ma'am. Y'all trying to hurt my back tonight. Stitch will definitely sell, LBE said. That part Never in a Million. Let me see. Glennis said, love all of the concepts. I absolutely love the concept with the shoe. Where did you get the shoe? I got that one from City Trends. Yep, I got it from City Trends. But they sell those also in roses, I think. Or they did. In roses. I know on that one website where people get the perfumes. But I got this last year. I got this 2 years ago. So I don't know if they still have that same shoe or not, design. But I thought I saw it somewhere. Let me see. I've been having a ball with the roses, right? When the stores are sold out of flowers, baby, listen, they'll come a knocking. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I had people stop by just to buy roses. Absolutely. Alicia said, put the rose in one of the beautiful tall boxes and have a nice sticker. Will you go to the prom with me? Oh, for you mean a high school student or something? Sanice said, hey, still class and everyone. Hey, baby, welcome in. KOK said, hey, Sanice. Never me and said, I'm editing a video about flowers as we speak. I'll be looking for it. Glenna said, love the advice about the shrink wrap. You're so welcome. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Y'all going to be messaging me. I want y'all to message me back and say you tried it, just like Marie said. She tried it and it works. Lori said, I sold them for the first time last year and they did well. Sold them like Still Classy said, as Forever Roses. Yep, that's right. Creative Couture said, my real roses die on me every time. I know it. That's why I don't want anybody to spend that kind of money on me for real roses. Rachel said, thank you, Never in a Million. I can't wait to watch. Rochelle said, I love fake roses because I won't kill them. Absolutely. Amazingly Designed says, Five Below sells. Okay. Cheryl said, I sold single roses for $5 last year. I did well. Yep, you need to go up this year. Everything costs more now. Styles Miss Angie said 5 and Below had the stiletto shoe perfume. All right, there you go. KOK said, I know, right, Rochelle? Amazingly Blessed said stiletto at 5 Below too. Thank y'all for that info. Sanice said, LBE, your flowers bouquet, aren't they gorgeous? She can do them, I'm telling you. Alicia said, I'll try it tonight. Let me know, Alicia. I know you're going to love it. Divine said, add rose scent to the faux roses. Yep. I heard some did that. Moore said, Five Below carries perfume as well, similar to the ones on the website. DJ said, hey, everyone, beautiful work. As always, thank you, darling. Charmaine said, oh, thank God, Never in a Million. Happy wanted to ask you to do that under your videos, but hesitated. I'm planning to do fresh flowers this Valentine's. All right, Never in a Million. They waiting on that video. LA Gift Solutions said, Classy, do you wrap your balloons inside the cellophane, shrink wrap, or have the top of the balloon? I've did it all kind of ways. Last year, I've got all kind of pictures where I actually wrapped the balloons right along with the gift. Not in the biggest ones I haven't, in the largest ones I didn't, but in my smaller and medium gifts, I've wrapped my balloon right in my gift. I've also done them where I stick them into the bag and actually gather the bag around my balloon. And then I've also taped my balloon stick to the back of my concept after I'm completely finished, because I don't have a lot of travel room in I don't normally do the U-Hauls and the balloons. I'm scared of them getting messed up or popping or being too high in the van. So a lot of times I blow my balloons up once I get there and glue the balloon stick right to the back of my concept. I've done that as well. But you can leave the concept open and slide it right down in the bag and gather it right there at the same place you're going to add your bow. You can do it any kind of way that works for you. But yes, I have put them in my bag. Now, when I put them in my bag, I did tend to, where do I have one in here? I thought I had a balloon over here somewhere. One of the small ones. I thought I did. Anyway, here we go. And when I put it in my gift, I have tilted it like that. I've got it in behind something and I've tilted it. Let me see. Because when I do gather it, it doesn't want to gather upright. So I have taken my gifts and I have put it, and I kind of do it at a slant when I'm putting it in my gift basket. And then it goes fine when I go to wrap it because it's laying down up against the thing. But I've done that and put it right inside. I mean, literally wrapped it around, and then the bow goes up and on top of the balloon. It would go up here now. When I finish, it's up above the balloon, and this is inside the gift. So like I said, you can, I know I'm probably making y'all dizzy, but you can do it any way that works for you. You can put it in the concept. You can put it outside the concept. You can put the stick down inside of it and gather it before you put your bow on it. It's whatever works for you, and the size of the gift and the style of the gift. It all depends. Let me see. Creative Living, Nicole, I bought rose scented flowers last year, 25 cents, and they are still, wow, that's good to know. More Create said, if you're going to add scent, try oil. It lasts longer. Don't put it directly on the rose. It's permeable. Let me see. Right on Gifts Creation said, hey, Classy, sorry I'm late. I'm out of town. Baskets look so pretty. Thank you, baby. Estella said, CVS has the shoe perfume, but a smaller version. Okay. Yeah, I knew what you meant, baby. Denise says, beautiful concepts. Thank you, darling. Miss Angie said, great tutorials. Thank you, baby. Cheryl said, one guy insisted on buying my balloon I was using to deck. Yeah, they always want to do that. Or if you've got the big giant bear there, sitting in a chair, they want to buy that. They always want to buy what you got. They want to buy my inflatables, that I have blown up in front of my, that I've got stuck in the ground. Everybody always wants to buy my inflatable. I got sitting there buying. I was using to decorate. I sold it to him. I hear you. Creative, how much are you selling the red gift for? I don't know yet, baby. I have no idea at this point. Appreciate the likes. Yes, I appreciate everyone that took the time to like it. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please take the time to subscribe. We normally have we have fun and good info over here every week. Okay. So I hope you'll come back, because we would love to have you. So anyway, let me see where we're at. We're at 218. That's fabulous. And 217 in the room. Y'all are fantastic. Guys, I hope y'all got a little bit of tips and info tonight, that you liked something that you saw, or saw something you can use, or at least some advice that maybe you can take. I always enjoy talking to y'all and having y'all here with me on my Saturday evenings. If any of y'all have any questions on anything, like I said, you have my email. You can always leave me a question in the chat following the live. Great live. Thank you for sharing. You're so welcome, baby. Y'all let me know what you think about leaving your shrink wrap open and holding it loosely on the top while you shrink wrap. Now, you still have to make sure that you're holding, like your tumbler or a lotion like this, you'll still want to make sure that you go really easy on that part. I've even just let my top go up there once I've already got this. It's not like it's going to fall. And then I hold this with my finger while I'm shrink wrapping so that I don't bend it or tip it over. And be careful with these points too, because you can bust your bag with these points. So watch out for that as well. Go really lightly around stuff like that. Hold things that you don't want to tilt. Thing is, with you not having the bag closed, you're able to do that. Once you've got that grabbed, it don't matter how you're trying to hold it, it's gonna shrink it in. So while you don't have it done on the top, you can actually hold this while you shrink up around it. Hold it, then let that go, and then go around to the side and keep going up. Lightly, quickly, and away from it. Don't just hold it on there till something falls over. You just got to, you learn as you go how to move it slowly, how, where to hit going from the bottom up, which angle that you need to do it. I'm not going to tell you to put your hand in front of the thing while you're doing it, even though I do, kind of just trying to make sure I don't overheat my bag or whatever. I'm not going to suggest that for you, because if you don't know what you're doing, you will burn the boo-boo out of your hand. So anyway, but I do want you to try doing a smaller concept without closing it, and tell me what you think. Let me see. I enjoyed it, and I will definitely try the shrink wrap. Beautiful baskets, Classy. Thank you. Sold to the first big balloon and teddy bear buyer, right? Ivory Kisses, I never get notifications for your videos, Sunny said. Sedona is laughing. Great live. Thank you. Enjoyed the live. Thank you, KOK. Feel better, sweetheart. Love you. Sophia said, great live, great tips. Thanks, Still Classy. You're so welcome. Thanks, Still Classy. Awesome live. Appreciate you. I appreciate you right back. Michelle said at Sandy's, I don't post anymore. Long story, but area is messy. I love just support the community. Triple M Gift said, great live. Thanks for the tips. You're so welcome. Sunny said, okay. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend and your week. Y'all keep going, keep going, keep going with these concepts. Valentine's going to be here before you know it. Don't count the days leading all the way up to Valentine's Day, because you're going to be out selling on some of them. So you don't have as many days left as you think you have. So y'all, we got to keep pushing, y'all. Enjoyed the live. We love you, and blessings to everyone. Right back at you, baby. Ivory, sorry, stay encouraged. Princess J said, hello, Still Class, and everyone just checking in late, but we'll watch the replay later. Beautiful gift boxes. Thank you, Princess J. Make sure you do. We shared a lot of tips in here tonight that I think might help you. Crafty said, great live as usual. I love all your gifts. Thank you, sweetheart. Love you so much. Moore said, awesome live. Thank you, baby. Betty said, good night, everyone. Have a blessed night. Good night, sweetheart. Michelle said, love you, Aunt Deb. Great live. This community is amazing. It sure is, and I love you right back. Marlene said, thanks for sharing. You're so welcome. Trinka said, great live. You're welcome, baby. Charlie said, thanks, Still Classy. You're welcome, sweetheart. Shamika said, thank you for sharing. You're welcome, baby. Love you all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until next Saturday, y'all, just keep encouraging each other, y'all. Be as Christ-like as we can, and stay positive and stay healthy, y'all. And please stay prayed up, because these cooties are out there. Sunny said, great live. We'll watch the replay. Thank you, sweetheart. Chantel said, great live as usual. Thank you, baby. Anita said, thanks for all your company. I watched and wrapped 10 boxes, in which otherwise I'd have probably made 5. That's right. I love you. Love you back, baby. Thank you, Crafty. Crafty been there with me from day one. She was one of the first ones, y'all, that just kept saying, you got this. When I was starting and was on there right by myself, she was right in there, the first one in there all the time. I'll never forget that, Crafty. I love you forever for that. Clark said, thank you for these lives. I learned so much from y'all. I'm so glad. Hey, Laura. She said, very something. What were you going to say, Laura? Come on. Finish typing it. You like me and Sean. We be typing and hit enter. Crafty is sending love. What were you going to say, Laura? I'm waiting. Come on, type it again. It ain't came up yet. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, y'all gonna keep building tonight? Laura said, very nice. Oh, thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Anyway, I'm gone this time for real, y'all. My throat's starting to bother me. But I love you, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Remember, if you hadn't hit the like button, do it on your way out. If you're not subscribed, please take the time to stop and subscribe so that you'll see when I go live. Love y'all bunches. See you next week. Bye.